an affair can be a challenging time for a couple. Charlie Simpson with the Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center is here to share some insight on recovering from difficult betrayals. Usually, you don't talk about stuff like this.
No.
so
What's interesting is that as we look at our data from our website, a lot of people are researching our affair recovery articles. And so my consultant was like, you have to start talking more about this topic, which is very sensitive, but it's really important. And what we do is know that when affairs begin to occur, there's one key component that begins to happen with that individual. They start what we call negative comparison. We start to compare what's happening in our home with what's happening outside of the home. And we called it like a sliding door effect, where we're constantly seeing the negative comparisons, the things that are not happening inside our home, and we begin to seek those things on the outside.
Wow.
And so that is a very dangerous sign. That is an indication that some type of emotional, betrayal is beginning to occur.
Wow. So can a relationship actually heal from an affair?
Honestly, couples that go through affair and can go through a healthy affair recovery process can have stronger marriages than before. And what's interesting is that when you can learn how to get through something difficult like an affair, a lot of those other smaller issues are not as big. And so you learn to communicate through those smaller ones. But being able to communicate through one of those bigger traumatic experiences, such as a betrayal, is very challenging, and it requires, a lot of assistance to be able to make sure that that couple recovers in a healthy way.
Wow. So what recommendations do you have to provide an affair-proof marriage?
Communicate, communicate, communicate. You first have to communicate with the person in the mirror. You have to ask yourself, what's happening with me? What is this void that I'm trying to fill? Is it loneliness? Is it a sense of feeling unworthy or unloved? And when you begin to put words behind those feelings and you begin to understand what that void is, then you can go to your partner and you can begin to communicate what it is that's happening with you internally. This is the most challenging part, because oftentimes, instead of turning to our partner with that feeling of loneliness or feeling unloved, we turn to them with the frustrations. We turn to them with the anger. And that's pretty much counterproductive with being able to communicate. And this is when a lot of people end up coming into counseling to be able to ask themselves, how can I communicate what's happening with my partner in the healthiest way possible, so that my partner can hear me and show up for me in these voids that I have. So it really boils down to just being able to communicate, communicate, communicate.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that people are searching for this answers on this topic. I'm kind of curious if the pandemic maybe has something to do with this as well.
Ooh, this pandemic is pretty tough for a lot of couples.
Definitely.
It's pretty tough. It's strengthening some couples and it's challenging for others.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we have that information on your screen right now if you do want to reach out to Charlie and get some relationship help. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Charlie.
Thank you.
All right, let's check.